Hi, Anne here. Day 13, March 28th, 2020. Um, let's get a couple of the things out of the way here as far as statistics. 104,000 cases in the USA, New York 44,000. Two more Congress have tested positive. Italy has 9,000 deaths. Florida is requiring anyone coming from Louisiana, because there's been such an outbreak in Louisiana, anybody coming from Louisiana has to be sequestered for 14 days once they come into Florida. I've heard the hotels will not let anybody who's flown rent a room. So, don't know about that. But I also heard that Rhode Island, they were going door to door. Now, they said on the news, door to door, someone told me that they were looking at license plates, any New York license plates, and then they were having them sequester for 14 days in quarantine. PRMC had their first death today from the coronavirus. That's close. That's close. Let's see, a couple of things. I Zoomed for the first time today. I joined a group Zoom and we just chatted. I met some people. A friend of mine is doing a Bible study and on Mark, and we're going to Zoom on Tuesday nights, and it was very interesting. So I did my first Zoom, and there were about 8, and we just chit-chatted and got to know each other a little bit. And so I'll start Tuesday night with the study of Mark, and my lesson book is going to be here on Tuesdays. And someone sent me the lessons, the pages, photoed the pages and sent them to me to do for Tuesday night, and so I can join that group Tuesday night, which will be very nice. It was very interesting doing the Zoom with everybody in the little capsules and talking. So that was nice. Last night was Shark Tank. Last night's Shark Tank was the Frozen Farmer. I love the Frozen Farmer. Been there before. They're an ice cream place off of 404 in Bridgeville. So I learned a little bit more about them, and they were very energetic, and she was a beauty queen and married a farmer and inherited the farm, and then she was using the ugly produce to make the ice creams. So the ones that weren't perfect, that couldn't be sold in the shop because people don't want imperfect foods, they were able to make up into ice creams. And they made honeydew, and they made all different flavors. I am a chocoholic, so their chocolates get me. I really enjoy them. Their prices are great. She did get a Shark Tank. They gave her, I think it was like $125,000, and they'll own 30% of the business, but they'll also help them to sell their products and to repackage it and to make it more sellable. And one of the suggestions that they made was that they really need to, for those of us who like to help the environment out, they want to highlight that fact that they're using produce that would be thrown away normally to enhance our wanting to buy that. So I think it would be great. I'm looking forward to see how it changes the Frozen Farmer. She suggested changing the name of the ice cream. I don't know if it's just the packaged ice cream that they sell that they'll change the name of, or whether they'll change the name of the whole little shop there with the ice cream. Their ice creams are fairly inexpensive. I think it was like $1.30 or so a scoop. which compared to some of the others is very inexpensive. They had wonderful flavors, so much better than the other ones that are in the area. The creaminess of it, the flavors were just so much better. And I had heard she went to an ice cream school up in New Jersey. So I don't know much about it, but I like their ice cream. It's very good. I hope it doesn't change too much and we can enjoy it. Another good ice cream place I was talking to somebody else, was Hopkins, and they have great ice cream and they have a wonderful variety of flavors. So both of those are good, but was really happy for a Bridgeville group to get acknowledged on TV, and she was very energetic and enthusiastic and very persistent, which I think gave her the edge. The last person, it was the last one of the night and the last person of the group that took her over, and so hopefully it will work very well for them, and I'm excited for them. And when we get out of this quarantine, that may be one of the first places that I go to, because I really like ice cream. Got a little bit here, chocolate mousse tracks, and tried it. It's okay. It's Safeway brand. Not as good as the Denali fudge that is in some of the other ones, but it's what I had in the freezer and I brought down here. So that's where I am. And I hope everybody is good out there. In the Zoom we talked about tonight, one of the things that hit me was one of the women, her goddaughter, is a nurse in New York. They are wearing garbage bags for gowns, and they are reusing their masks and putting them in a Ziploc bag for the next day. I'm not sure whether the Ziploc bag has disinfectant in it. That's my assumption. I can't even imagine. The people in New York, and I can understand why they're trying to get out of New York. I understand that they're having lack of food at the stores. They can't get anything. 44,000 people infected there, with over 1,000 deaths. Keep them in your prayers. Keep the family of the person who passed in PRMC in your prayers. And hopefully with the end of the 2-week, 14 days to slow the virus coming up on Monday, hopefully we'll slow the virus. I had heard, I think it was Friday's news, that for the last 3 days there was no increase on the Eastern Shore, which meant Sussex and Maryland and Virginia on the Eastern Shore. The Maryland, Delaware, and Virginia all increased by 30% on Friday, but not on the Eastern Shore. So, encouraging. Maybe it'll flatten the curve. That's all they keep talking about, is flattening that curve. I think I had a phone call yesterday when I was doing my YouTube, and I had gotten to the things I still need to learn. So as long as I don't get a call again tonight, I will finish that. That I don't have to fill every waking hour. I feel like I'm constantly needing to do something. And if I'm not doing something, it's, well, I could mop the floor, I could vacuum, I could do the windows, I just feel like I have to fill every waking hour. One thing that I still need to learn is how to be kind in thought as well as in action. Sometimes I don't think such nice thoughts about some people. Like, I'm not too happy with my son and daughter who haven't FaceTimed me. The kids FaceTimed, but my son and his family have not FaceTimed me days. So, and I text them every morning and ask them how they are and don't get an answer. So, my thoughts need to be a little nicer. Spend more time in prayer. I find doing, I will do my devotions, read my prayers, read the Bible, but I need to take the time to pray and listen. And then the last thing is, how are we going to get back to normal? What's the end going to be? How is it going to happen? What's normal going to look like when we get back? Are we going to be different? Are we going to be a gentler people? Are we not going to be shaking hands? Not going to be hugging? Are we going to be distant with each other? I hope not. I hope we can learn from this. I hope God has a plan for us to learn from this. And that's what maybe we all need to work on. All right. With that heavy thought, and out. Have a great day.